Hi, it's Rich Tehrani in the TMC newsroom, and I'm here today with Michael Kelly, who's with Novatel Wireless. How are you, Mike?
I'm doing very well, Rich.
Great to see you.
Thank you for having me.
So you brought here a business card holder for us?
Yeah, it's a very fancy. No, what we have here is a sneak peek for you guys of the MiFi Intelligent Mobile Hotspot. This is the next evolution of Novatel's product line beyond the USB modem that you'd stick into your computer that would allow you to access the internet over a cellular network. This takes that same 3G signal, but it creates a Wi-Fi hotspot about 30 feet in radius that allows up to 5 users or 5 devices to be connected at one time.
So let's see if I get this right. I am a homemaker, I'm a father, a mother, and I'm going on a long trip, and my kids are addicted to the internet, and to keep them quiet, I can give them internet access, and now I take this device.
Of course.
May I? Thank you. I take this device, I put it on, turn it on in the car, plug it in, and I've got Wi-Fi in the minivan or the SUV or the car.
Exactly. You could have this, you could leave it plugged in at home via micro USB, so your house is a hotspot. You unplug it, you get in the car, your car is a hotspot. Like you mentioned, you have your 2 kids in the back with their Nintendo DSs, you have someone making a Skype phone call. Any Wi-Fi enabled device is going to be able to connect. Anyone that can press this button, there you go, it's on. So, it's a lot easier than having to plug in a modem and fire up your connection manager. Sure. So it's really just, simplifying the process of getting online and really, creating a product that's going to allow mobile broadband to get out to a much wider base of users than the enterprise user or the road warrior, tech-savvy type of user.
So, in terms of Wi-Fi security, encryption, and some of the latest technology, security keys, things like that people put on their Wi-Fi access, how do you deal with those issues?
Certainly. So it does have the latest as WPA2 security. The first time that you're going to configure MiFi, you'll plug it into your computer. It's going to bring you to a landing page, and that's where you're going to give a name to your network. You can choose to leave it open. You can choose to lock it down with a password. So that's really up to you as the user.
Fantastic. And we talked a little bit about heat dissipation, and I was curious about battery life. So can you go over those
Certainly.
issues?
Yeah. This has a rechargeable lithium-ion battery. Gives you about 4 hours of active usage and 40 hours of standby usage on a single charge. Certainly no problem with heat dissipation. It's a great, well-functioning device that you can use all the time, regularly, and anytime that you need to be connected to the internet, it's going to work for you.
Now, I didn't notice, but what about the battery and possibly replacing a battery, something like that?
Yeah, it's a replaceable lithium-ion battery. This will be bought through the carriers, so you don't buy it directly from Novatel. You would get a data plan similar to a USB modem, and so the carriers would be the ones who would sell the replacement parts, replacement batteries if one was needed.
Sure, and so currently on wireless connections, some carriers have different limits on how much data they want you to download in a month. Like 5 gigabytes is what I've seen as a frequent one from some of the U.S. carriers. Do you have any thoughts on that and how this might play into issues?
I think it's going to be interesting to see how the carriers price MiFi in terms of the data plan. It's also going to be interesting to see what sort of bandwidth caps they put on it. You can definitely anticipate it's going to be similar to the USB modems in the sense of a typical 5 gig cap for monthly bandwidth usage, and so it's definitely. We anticipate it's going to be very similar to the experience of owning a USB modem through the carrier.
And pricing right now is difficult to determine because you're not necessarily selling to the end user, right?
Correct. We're going to be making carrier announcements here in the first half of 2009. The carriers will set the price, but what we've publicly announced is that you can expect it to be around $200 before subsidy. So depending on how aggressively they want to price this with the data plan, it could be even cheaper than that.
That's extremely impressive. I mean, I've got to tell you, for those watching right now, this is about as light as a pack of gum. Really, a small pack of gum, and
you can literally lose it in your pocket. I was doing that last night.
Yeah, it's a really slick. I mean, it might even be smaller than a typical business card holder. It is really, really a slick device, and it's got kind of a rubber feeling on the back. Is it rubber on the back?
Yeah, it's a ruggedized kind of rubber on the outside. There's actually a few different flavors of MiFi. This is the MiFi 2200, which is the version that's going to launch on CDMA networks here in North America. We also, at Mobile World Congress in Barcelona, announced MiFi 2352, which is the GSM counterpart. The GSM version actually has an onboard Linux-based operating system that's capable of hosting software applications. That might be something like auto email sync, auto VPN access.
Sure.
We've actually also announced the first official application, which is from Alcatel-Lucent, one of our partners. they've ported their Nonstop Laptop Guardian software onto MiFi, so that it's an enterprise security type of application, so that any device that's connected through MiFi is going to be able to have those security protection features that's provided by Alcatel-Lucent.
Wow, that's very impressive. So
exactly.
If I'm a wireless carrier and I'm interested in learning more, where will I go?
You should certainly get in touch with Novatel Wireless if you need information about MiFi specifically. There's a great deal of information on the website. And it's something that people are very excited about. We're getting a great reception with the product here at CTIA, and looking forward to making these carrier announcements here in the near future.
Thanks, Mike. So we've been speaking with Mike O'Kelly with Novatel Wireless. My name is Rich Tehrani, coming from the TMC newsroom on location. And thanks, Mike, for your time.
Thank you very much, Rich. Appreciate it.